What's going on? What's going on? King checking back in. Video number 3. So you see the title. About to I'm currently on my way en route to get my assigned trailer. So I want to briefly tell you how the trailers work here, once again from my experience. So while you're in orientation, of course you'll decide whether if you want to do van, flat, step deck, you know what I'm saying, or if you want to bring your own trailer. I mean, if you bring your own trailer, then this video ain't gonna mean nothing to you unless you intend on getting a LandStar trailer down the road, like if you get another truck or something, I guess. I don't know. But typically your orientation, depending on whether, I think I said in my last video, whether you do a 1-day or 2-day class. 1 day is typically for operators that's driving for somebody else, or the fleet owner himself. Just depending, really. I could be wrong about the fleet owner one, but it's the 1 day is usually for operators that don't plan on dispatching themselves, because class 1 is the more informative class, the hazmat testing class, the zero tolerance policies in general, stuff like that. So your second class is ideally more ELD, logbook, dispatching, load board, how to use the load board, how to find brokers, agents. They teach you a variety of things of how to use it, of course give you all the tools you need. Like LandStar, I guess, might be new or recent. They got a lot of apps for things that we use now, because they used to be strictly like laptops. So like if you didn't have a laptop, you would just, assed out pretty much. But now they got several apps, Google and iPhone apps you can download that helps you with your comm data, fuel cards, Fleet One. They got apps that connect you directly to agents, the load board app, of course. So they got several things that they can help you out with as far as tools is concerned. But getting back to this trailer deal, so usually you have to complete your orientation, and like I said, depends on whether it's a 1-day orientation or 2-day orientation before you get put on something that's called a trailer list. And the process of that really is, once you complete it, you have to physically call them. I mean, yeah, LandStar does their part as far as you getting a trailer and the trailer list stuff, but you have to physically call them, because you're not officially on a trailer list until you get a confirmation, which is they're either going to call you or send you an email or something. So other than that, once you do get that confirmation, then you're good to go. It could take up to 3 days, so don't panic. They usually typically by default tell you 1 to 3 days for you to get your trailer. You got to tell them what location you want the trailer to be in. They do it by regions, and then they'll go from there. So let's say in a situation, let's say you in Dallas, right? And you live in, let's say you live in Chicago. So let's say you flew to orientation, right? Because for whatever reason, and they got several orientation centers. Remember, they're not terminals, they're orientation centers that you can go to. So you might want to fly there to Dallas from Chicago, and then tell people in Dallas, like, hey, I want to find a trailer that's around Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So when your orientation's over, catch your flight or whatever back to Chicago. When you get back to Chicago, then you get that phone call and be like, okay, your nearest trailer is such and such. You know what I'm saying? You're already in Chicago. You can do it that way, or of course, wherever orientation center you go to, or you physically drive your semi truck to wherever, let's say like Georgia, you can wait for a trailer there. Now, here's the catch. The catch is, just because you're in Georgia and you want a trailer in Georgia, don't mean you'll get a trailer in Georgia. And I'm saying that based on my personal experience of what I'm doing right now. Right now, what I'm doing is, I wanted a trailer in Dallas. I was in Dallas. The truck was in Dallas. But by the first day of waiting on the trailer, they surprisingly called me back and told me that my trailer location is over 700 miles away. Over 700 miles away. So it is what it is. I jumped right on it. I moved quick. I grew when I moved. So I went to go get it. And that's what I'm doing right now. You can't do 700 plus miles where I'm going in 11-hour shift. So that's what I'm doing right now, is taking a 10-hour break. Just off duty. So once I do kick back up and go, I'll only be like an hour and a half away. So once I get there, they tell you to wait until you get your trailer before you dispatch your first load, and here's why. Let's say you go to the trailer, right? Let's say you get your assigned trailer. Let's say you jump on the load board because you know you're gonna be out of orientation, right? Now, this is not including if you're like a flatbed or step deck, because they got securement classes they may require you to take depending on how recent your flatbed experiences was. Like me, I came from flatbed. So if I want to do flatbed, you know, I wouldn't have to do the securement classes, but it would be advantageous of me to do it because there's always something to learn, especially with flatbed. It's always, you do flatbed so many different ways. So you book a load. Let's say you're out of orientation Tuesday, and you know Wednesday you check out a hotel and you want to book a load Wednesday because you know you're ready to work. So you book a load. First off, you ain't got your trailer assigned yet, but let's say you do. Got your trailer assigned and you ain't got it yet, you got to go get it. Let's say you book a load on the way to the trailer. Now you got a load booked, you all set up, you're good to go. Everything's timed perfectly, right? So you get there to the trailer and come to find out the trailer still got freight on it. Then what? The trailer still got freight on it. You know, it's definitely a possibility. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm just saying it's one of the possibilities. The trailer could have freight on it. It could be a tire, might need maintenance. I mean, there's several things that you got to put into play when finding a trailer you never seen before. Don't even got a picture of it. You know what it looked like, but you ain't got a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't want to book your load and then come to find that out, and then you got to do something to the point you missed the load, then you got to cancel your first load. That's not a good way to start. And they'll tell you that in class. That's not a good way to start. So it's best to get to the trailer first, inspect it. Inspect it first. Make sure you got no freight on it. Don't need anything. If it does, you got to contact the trailer maintenance department. Then, after everything is good, you notify them that you have the trailer and it's good to go. Then you book your first load. That kind of sucks because depending on when you get to the trailer and log book and time frames and all that, you might not get a load that day either, because that's kind of my scenario right now. I mean, it's about the time I get the trailer, it's probably gonna be like in the afternoon, and me trying to get somewhere deadhead or whatever, if it's not in the same town or city or nearby, just to get out of here that same day, it's gonna be hard. So definitely keep y'all updated, you know, on my very beginning, you know, doing this or whatnot. I didn't see too many videos myself when I went on YouTube, not to say they're not there, but I'm doing mine a little different. So that's pretty much the one-on-one of trailer assignment. You know, when you're in orientation, make sure you get on the trailer list. Make sure you get a confirmation, whether it's email or phone call, that you're on the trailer list. Once you get that, when they notify you, they will keep you. If you come here, and that's a little bit of piece I forgot. So if you come to orientation, they do put you in a hotel throughout the orientation. And it's decent. It's decent. They put you in a decent hotel. They don't put you in a little Motel 6. They don't put you in a little Osceola Inn, you know, whatever. They put you somewhere decent. So usually if like your orientation is Monday and Tuesday, you know, they'll get you a hotel Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, check out Wednesday. Now, for any reason you need them to extend your hotel stay, they will. And that's usually based off the trailer weight. So let's say Wednesday come around, you about to check out, you ain't got no trailer. Well, you can notify them. You can notify them and tell them that, and then of course it'd be up to them. I think they don't have a problem extending your stay while you're waiting on the trailer. You know what I'm saying? And of course, when you get the trailer, they'll give you the option to whether you want to, you know, resume the rest of your night in a hotel room, which is completely up to you. Do it in the morning, or just take off and get it. And that's what I did. I took off and got mine, because I'm trying to get mine as close to the end of the week. I ain't playing games. Let's get it. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. They do put you in a hotel, and it is decent. You ain't got to worry about that. And they do got shuttles for those who don't have the personal vehicles. They got shuttles to go from the hotel to LandStar, to the orientation center. So you're good with that. I myself drove my personal vehicle. I ain't talking about the semi. I drove my actual personal vehicle up here. So we all good. You know what I mean? So other than that, I'm gonna get ready to head out here shortly. Really just enjoying the weather. Kind of cold out here, but I ain't got nothing else better to do. I mean, I'm more focused on looking at this low board and trying to get me something to get out of here. So thanks for tuning in my video. Holler back at y'all in a minute.